Namaste, I'm Lokrat Joshi. I welcome you all to one another episode of our talk show on Scope Broadcasting. This time we are with a guest, Dipendra Joshi, who is an IT aspirant in Kathmandu. Dipendra, I welcome you.
Thank you. It's really an honor being here on this channel talking to you.
Okay, I want to begin by asking you about your journey from home to town. Because I know leaving home and arranging to settle down in the capital is not a joke, especially for the boys of your age. So, how did you manage things intact alone right from the beginning? Because I think this is not only your opinion, but also it must be a learning to those who are just passing out their SEE and thinking of their studies in to cities. So how did you manage things?
As you said, I really hope it's the case that my juniors get to learn something from my story, but it's really not that special. I'm warning you beforehand. So let's start after when I finished my plus two exams. Mm, I was planning to learn web development as it was really demanding in the market, so I decided to learn it. I was learning about it like for like 4 months. Then I got suggested about taking Loksha exams. As it was a government job, it would give me a job security and a way to pay my tuition fees by myself. So I thought it was a pretty great idea, so I started preparing for it. I prepared for it about 1 month and took the exams. They went pretty well, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get the job. Then I decided to leave my hometown and move to the capital city, as it would give me a further exposure about the work environment and the study here. So I moved to the capital city. My friend was in hostel, and I contacted him and got their room for myself. Then I started applying for jobs as I didn't want to be a burden for my family to pay my bills. So I started applying for jobs. I went to colleges, institutions, leaving my CV there, hoping that they would get back to me for the job. But unfortunately, I didn't get call from any of those. Before moving to Kathmandu city, I had applied for on job that was from Home Energy Nepal. They contacted me later, but they didn't proceed further about that. So I didn't have any hopes for that as well. I was just staying at my hostel for like half a month. Then suddenly I got a call from someone saying that he got my CV from Home Energy Nepal. Uh, Maybe he knew the person there, so he contacted me and told me that he liked my CV and was and proposed me for a job. He was pretty frank about the job, so I thought it would be good working with him. So I went to meet him and we met at a restaurant. He briefed me about the job and the payings and the bonuses that I'll be getting after a certain period of time. So I thought that was a pretty good job if I'll be getting bonuses according to my performance. So I decided to join it. It was basically work from which I will be contacting to the foreign clients. That would be a plus point for my English as well. So I started working there. It was pretty far, but I had to manage it anyways to pay my bills. So yeah, it was going smoothly, but after 1 month, I thought this won't be enough to pay my bills. I had to do something else as well for to personally grow myself. So I decided to leave the job. I contacted him and said I can't continue the job as it's pretty far away from my place. So he gave certain feedbacks about my performance during the job. I could have learned a few more things, but let's leave it aside now. Mm, Then
Okay, this is all about your hardships coming from home to town and also in course of getting jobs. Now, let me move to one another question. Right now, what are you doing here?
all my fellow colleagues are currently taking admissions and studying in various engineering colleges here in Kathmandu city. But I decided to take 1 year as a gap.
Oh, this is quite interesting. What made you think of leaving 1 year gap before admission?
Uh, as I wasn't certain about which course to take and which one would lead me where, so I decided to think about it for 1 year. Till then, I plan to make myself exposed to the work environment here in this Kathmandu city, and I plan to properly know about the colleges available here that will be providing education. So yeah.
Okay, at this time, what my point is, uh, you may have adjusted yourself, not leaving 1 year gap also, but you decided to leave. Why?
The main reason behind was it, I think, the financial situation. So I wanted to study by myself. I didn't really want to be burdened to my family. The tuition fees here in Kathmandu city were pretty expensive, but they were cheaper in the hometown. But the thing is, I won't get proper exposure there in my hometown.
Okay, as you said, you don't want to depend on family for expenses living in Kathmandu too. So now, what? How are you managing the expenses?
I got basically two jobs right now. One is freelancing that I do. It's called UI UX design, and the another one is social media marketing, which is paying really well according to me. I get enough salary for managing my expenses as well as saving. Uh,
Can you tell us how much do you get from all these?
the one that's social media marketing, it pays about me like the minimum is about 25,000. But if I work hard, if I bring in more clients to the page, I get more salary. And another one is Figma design, that is UIX design as well. It pays me 25,000 basic salary. So
Okay, it means total, if we sum of it, the amount is approximately 50 or 50,000 or so.
yeah.
So it's quite good amount earning alone at this age particularly. So it is really inspiring to youngsters also. So what message do you want to give to your juniors regarding studies and more? Uh,
The advice that I would give them is if you have a financially stable family, I think you should depend on them for about like 20 years of age. It would help you know about the city as well. Then you can apply for jobs wherever you like. You would get the qualification as well if you are currently studying bachelor as well. Uh, the thing is, coming to city and settling here isn't big deal if you are capable of doing that. Just need the proper confidence. Mm, so yeah, that's
Okay.
what happens.
Okay, what I see is many students just grab the certificates, but do not make themselves ready to compete with the people around. Just having the certificates is not enough, but one should have a good qualification, not only in terms of academics, but also in terms of speaking, communication, and other things. So they lack the capacity, in fact, but they have the certificates. What do you think? Along with the certificates, is it necessary to build of the personal instincts or capacities? What do you to suggest?
Yeah, I definitely support your statement. The thing is, the big companies like Google, Amazon, etc., they aren't accepting any degrees right now. They just need the skills that a person need to have. Mm, Degree is just basically a written statement that you know these things, but when they hire you, they just test your things if you really have them or not. So it all matters on your personal skills and the skills related to the job. So if you can't afford a degree, I think you should go for the skills mainly, as it would really help you. If you are really skillful in a field that you like, you would definitely get a job. You won't struggle for any kind of not getting a job.
Okay, okay. The jobs that you are doing right now online, will they help you to develop your career ahead, or they are just for earning? That much limit they have. What do you think?
Yeah, they will definitely help me in my future career as well.
They should. Otherwise, it might not be steps that you want to have forward in your career too.
Yeah, as I basically said, Figma UI/UX design is not that much paying, but it's giving me ideas about how to improve my creativity. I make designs every day, and they help me reflect on my performance throughout these working periods. Mm, and about social media marketing, I get to interact with foreign clients and understand their mindset, how they are attracted to their products that we advertise. So I get to know much about them, which is a foreign work environment, which is completely separate from the national one. So yeah, I think they will be pretty helpful in my future career as well.
Okay. Now, abroad study is quite popular these days. People, specifically students after plus two, they do not want to study here in Nepal, but they want to study abroad. Uh, mm, have you ever planned to go abroad for studies? What do you uh, think about?
I don't really blame them for planning to study abroad, as there isn't much job opportunities and growth here in Nepal. I think that's a common mindset right now. Yeah, as you asked, yeah, I'm also planning to apply for abroad after finishing my bachelor's here. Many youngsters apply for foreign studies right after finishing their high school, which is a great idea if you are capable of managing yourself in foreign alone. But yeah, there was a senior, my senior, which was, he suggested me that if you go after completing a bachelor's year, it becomes much more easier for you to settle there. So yeah, I'm planning to go there after finishing my bachelor's year. I'm going to apply for GMAT.
Okay, it means you are well prepared for that plan.
Yeah,
Right from here.
yeah. Thankfully, the senior advised me pretty well, and I got the idea that if you do go through the certain process, it becomes easy. So yeah, that seems a really great plan for me. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, finally, I want to ask you a question. This is basically based on lifestyle. So, spending time leisurely has been the cause for not being successful for so many people around the globe. So, how is your lifestyle? And when do you get off? And how do you manage things daily? Because this makes quite a lot of sense in developing a character. So, what is your everyday routine?
So as I'm currently doing two jobs right now, I'm really working like 10 to 12 hours a day, but I get to take a break from the works a few days here and there. So basically, as I'm interacting with the foreign clients, I need to work night shifts as well, which has pretty hampered my sleep schedule as well. So it's currently not a routine that you would want to follow for yourself. So what I am currently doing is I'm doing jobs and at night as well for like 12 a.m. or something. Then I sleep for like 8 hours and wake up at 8 or 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Then I prepare for my breakfast. It takes me about 1 or 2 hours for it. Then I take my time and learn few things from the internet as well. Then after in this afternoon, I do another job, which is UIX design. It takes me about 5 to 6 hours to complete that as well. Then there comes another work, and as I'm currently living alone, I need to manage my expenses. And I need to prepare for my breakfast, as well. It takes me pretty much time, and so yeah, I am currently not being that productive on my personal growth, you can say. I suggest you just take a single job and do manage your other time on learning and stuff. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, Dipendra, thank you for joining us. It was quite motivating talking to you.
thank you.
Okay,
It's really being
okay. Thank you, viewers. Keep watching for another episode. We will come back with another new episode with someone other as a guest. Thank you.